Oh, what games are we doing?
Oh, uh, well, all the games and
Yeah, not last weekend's though, are we?
uh, no, no, I don't think so. Anyway, with all the latest big talking points, news and discussion
Oh dear.
from the
Right.
football world, this is Football Central.
Whoops.
Oh, we'll be fine. And go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Football Central, and for our weekly roundup of all the Premier League games this week. There's been goals, and there has also been red cards. There has been plenty of action over the last 2 weeks of fixtures. Two rounds of fixtures, the weekends and this early weeks. But we are, if I'm right, we are only covering the latest round of fixtures because at the minute there's 2 rounds in a week and we can't fit them all in. But unless you want to hear us for hours, which I'm sure many of you would love that. He's late. He's late for the. I'll start with the apologies. He's late for the match, so he'll be starting on the bench if he arrives. Mr. JLIWheels, who is absent. Ben Carney is still recovering from that hammy problem he had from a few games ago. Um, but I'm Sam Taylor, and I do have Mr. TubeMix with me, the man whose channel this is on.
Thank you.
I'd
Good
like to
evening.
good evening. I'd like to apologise if you heard me asking Will what we were covering before we started. I didn't realise it hit the stream button. So yeah, that's fine. But we like a few thrills and spills in this show. I would just like to say, away from the football, and I know we like to have a laugh and a joke, but we're serious when we need to be. And I wasn't here for the last um, round of the football show, or the pre-match for Man United. Um, but um, but I would like to say to Captain Moore, Tom Moore, rest in peace, Sir
Mm.
Captain Tom Moore, because what an inspirational guy. Um,
Yep.
as there's been lots of inspirational people, but the money he raised to do what he did at 99 years old, and then obviously lived till he was 100. But yeah, we'll always be indebted to you, Tom. Thank you. Something that's really touched me and saddened me this this week. I know a lot of people are losing their lives. We can't look past that. But just such an inspirational guy. So thank you, Tom,
Mm.
for everything you've done, and rest in peace. And
Absolutely.
yeah. Um, but yeah, before we start on the football on the football, you know, defenses around the Premier League, get your guard up because Lingard is back. Will's favourite player. So get your guard up for Lingard. Um,
I
and
like that. That's good.
make sure he doesn't ling around too much. Linger. So yeah. So a great start for Jesse. Looked like he hadn't been away from the game. He was fit, raring to go, and played really well. But yeah, with me to discuss all of this, I just thought I'd say that because he's Will's favorite player in the world. Yeah. So with all of that, I'll pass you over to your host for the night, the far less attractive Mr. TubeMix.
Thank you very much, Sam. So, good evening, everybody. So, I guess you should start with tonight's game, just before, we go back. And it's half-time. The big game in the Premier League. Chelsea 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. A penalty in the 24th minute by Jorginho. So, he scored that. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what will happen. Thomas Tuchel, of course, his second game in charge for Chelsea. So it'll be interesting to see what it'll be like in the second half, and we'll keep, updating you when we can for that one, because obviously a big game.
Definitely. Right,
so we start on Tuesday. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, and so Sheffield United and West Brom. That was the first game of the. Hang on, or did I actually do this already with JLIWheels? I'm beginning to think I did, actually. Oh, no, sorry, no. No,
this is a run.
Oh, yes, sorry, just me getting confused, yeah. Sorry.
You did the Man United post-match and pre-match for the Man United game. Right. But, or you did the pre-match, post-match. Anyway. Back over to a very flustered TubeMix.
Thank you, Sam. So the first game on the Tuesday was Sheffield United 2, West Bromwich Albion 1, where it really was a must-win for both teams. And Sheffield United got that. Jayden Bogle in the 56th minute, assisted by Chris Basham. And Billy Sharp in the 73rd minute, assisted by John Egan. And Egan, sorry. And Matt, I think it's Matt Phillips, is it, for West Brom?
Yeah.
Okay, in the 41st minute to get the goal for them. And it finished Sheffield United 2, West Bromwich Albion 1.
The blades are looking sharper again. Sharpen those blades. Sorry, we'll do it tonight. Yeah, I didn't watch the game, but I watched because there were a few other games on the other side. But must win for both sides, especially Sheffield being 4 points behind West Brom at the start of the game, and they've cut that to a point now. Yeah, they've been a lot better. That's 2 wins in 3 in the Premier League.
No, because they lost to City.
That's why I said 2 wins in 3
Oh,
games.
sorry, yeah.
2 wins in 3, thank you. 2 wins in 3 for Sheffield, with a very narrow loss to City in the middle of that. But has it come too late? You look.
Well, they've got a big job, haven't they, ahead of them?
As great as they've started to play, and I'd say they're capable. Look at Brighton winning, 3 games or 2 games on the bounce.
Yeah, they're doing. They could be on a good run, Brighton.
But that's not good for the likes of Sheffield, because if they were to put a run together, like all the games they've played well in, Brighton have picked up points too. So
well, yes.
The gap's just got smaller between the bottom 3, but further away from Sheffield United in the drop zone, or it's at least not decreasing. I'm sure Chris Wilder would have thought if we got 2 wins out of 3, making a real charge. Like, not they'd still be in the relegation zone at the bottom, obviously, but they would have really closed the gap. But Brighton have just picked up their form at the same time, which is a symbol of Sheffield United's season, really. Um, um, in the way of they played well in certain games and lost, and now they're starting to play well and are winning. But it just so happens that the team that were in 17th before the start of the play, Brighton, getting away, so playing well as well. So whatever Sheffield United try and do, they're struggling to make ground up even when they're winning.
Yes.
But yeah, a lot to do, but good making a real fight of it. You can never fault them for effort. So,
Yes.
and I like Sheffield, and I hope they don't get relegated.
And
I think if Brighton had lost the two games, then and they'd be close to the bottom four, then
yes.
then they'd have a chance, but I think it's going to be hard. As for West Brom, as for West Brom, I think it's going to be difficult for them too. They must win for both
Yes.
games, for both teams. West Brom started well, scoring with Matt Phillips and played well, but then obviously lost their way a bit, presumably in the game. But I know that would have made Will happy because he doesn't like the dinosaur.
Yes.
Although West Brom made some good signings.
They have, yeah. They made a signing. I can't pronounce his name.
The midfielder, isn't he? Then they've
No, I'm
signed,
talking about the striker.
the striker, and then they've signed a midfielder.
They have signed a midfielder, yep.
And then defensive mid, who Sam Allardyce seems to like.
Yes.
And then they've signed Ainsley Maitland-Niles on loan.
They have, yeah, from Arsenal.
And then they've also signed Snodgrass
Yes.
in the window. And I think there's somebody else as well.
Yeah, there's quite a lot. Yeah, West Brom, they've equally got a huge job, haven't they, now? To...
Yeah. But never write Big Sam off till it's over. We've never ever been relegated from the division.
Well, we can only hope.
Well, sorry, West Brom fans.
I'm really sorry, West Brom fans, but don't take it personally. But
if it was, this is my issue with you, Will. If you had an issue against the club, I could understand, you thought that they were a horrible club or something. Fair enough. But you, just because they've got some Allardyce, if they had, I don't know, Thomas Frank in charge even, you wouldn't want them to get relegated.
No.
Because you'd like them. But you have an issue about not the club, which is my issue. Your issue is with Sam Allardyce, and he's just paid by the club.
Well, yes, I know.
So you don't actually have an issue with West Brom.
No. Which is why to West Brom fans watching, it's not you I have a problem with.
But you haven't got a valid reason to dislike them, even though you dislike Sam Allardyce.
Yeah, it's not. Like I said, I don't dislike West Brom. It's Big Sam I don't like.
Yeah, but because you don't like Big Sam, you want the team to get relegated, which is fair enough. But
well, so he'll be out of a job. Potentially. Hopefully.
Fair enough. Okay. You're entitled to your opinion, mate.
Yes.
Yeah, and as for Sheffield, they'll keep fighting. It's a long way to make up, but they've and particularly when Brighton are winning, and I was looking where the next team are, who are now not Brighton, because Brighton won, and it's Burnley, and they've got a lot more points than Sheffield.
Yes.
So the bottom three are getting tighter because they're all starting to pick up points. But actually, the distance between the next team is not diminishing very quick, which means the bottom three could get cut adrift a bit. But they work very hard, Sheffield, and I hope to start winning. And I really hope they don't go down, but I think it might be too late. Because they virtually have to not lose more than probably 6 games. So
That's a big ask.
If they lost 6 games and won the rest, they'd probably stay up. But can't see that.
No.
Because they've got to be at the maximum and have luck every game. So,
But in the manager, oh sorry.
Go on.
In the words of manager Chris Wilder after the match, says his side are alive and kicking and fighting for their lives. So that's what Sheffield United are doing.
I like Chris Wilder's honesty.
Oh yes, of course. Well, I like his honesty as well.
He's very straight to talking, and he doesn't make excuses.
No. He says it how it is, like Sean Dyche,
And they don't like blame individual players, but they're like, yeah, we didn't do this well as a team.
Well, yes, because as Mourinho's found out, and a couple of managers, the way to criticise players is how Sir Alex did it. Do it behind closed doors. Do not do it in front of the media, because that could be so damaging.
If you want to criticise the players by the media, criticise them as a team.
Yes.
Not as individuals.
No.
If you criticise the team, then you're not singling anybody out.
No.
In front of you. Or you could say, yeah, defensively we weren't good enough today, which then tells the defenders they weren't good enough, but at least you're not picking one individual.
No.
It's a balance.
Yes, and I think Mourinho, to be fair, has actually not done that actually now, because he knows that he's going to get backlash from the media and players, I think, potentially.
He did it with Dele Alli a few weeks ago when they conceded that goal against Spain.
Oh, sorry, yes he did, yeah.
Do you remember that, where he said it was Dele Alli's fault because he tried to flick?
Yes, that was, not
when they still could have cleared the ball, the other defenders, they didn't.
Yes. Right. So, are you ready to move on?
Just quickly, do you think any of those teams will stay up?
Well, Sheffield United, it would be great if they could stay up, because even though they don't play pretty football, I think as a club that, they're quite well run. And obviously Chris Wilder, I have a lot of respect for him. But I can't see Sheffield United staying up, because I think it's going to be a huge task for them. And a lot of their players, are still, championship players, aren't they? I mean,
I think to call them championship players is a bit harsh.
Well, yeah, but they've not really strengthened, I don't think, very well.
You mean they've still got a lot of the team from the championship, is what you mean?
Well, yeah, and Ryan Brewster, that seems to be a bit of a waste. It does. It can't seem to get some. So does Chris Wilder maybe not trust him? Maybe, or.
Well, he's not giving him the minutes, and it's the same situation with Bale. He needs to be playing to get matched up. But give him time. Give him time, Will. He's only a young lad, and he's not been there long. So
of course, yeah, and perhaps Would you
You're
maybe
very,
loan Brewster out? Maybe. Do you think he needs one
no,
more loan?
no. Play him for a few games. Say you're my man. Up front with either McGoldrick, McBurney, Sharp, or somebody, and but say you're going to play for 10 games. Show me what you can do.
Yeah, so put his arm around him then.
Yeah, and say go and play. Go and
Right,
play.
okay. Yeah, I think that's the best thing.
There's no pressure on you because most people think we're relegated anyway.
Yeah, well, exactly,
But
because if in that case, actually, that would be, you know,
so we should be. We've had this conversation before. We should be playing him because it'd be like a last throw of the dice. You don't know, he might get 5 goals in three games or something and completely turn it around. But they're in a pretty perilous position as it is, even though they
yes.
had a bit of a revival. So go for it. I mean, I like McGoldrick as well.
Yeah. A lot of those players are quite old, aren't they? As well, the Sheffield United team. You know, Billy Sharp is quite old in football in terms. I think McGoldrick is as well.
Yeah, they're all getting on a bit, which might go against them. But 2 wins on the bounce, but just play me and Brewster and let him show what he can do. Because
It might actually. Oh, sorry to interrupt you, Sam, but it might also inject some youth and energy. You know, we see what the young players are doing at Arsenal. You know, the likes of Saka and Smith Rowe. You know.
Excuse me, everyone. Yeah, no, absolutely. And there's no pressure on him because it's not. If you were like 18, 17, there would be pressure because you'd be fighting to survive. But nobody's expecting Sheffield
No.
to survive. I'm sure the players still think they can, but from the outside, nobody, I'm not saying the doom, but it would be very unlikely. But so play him, put him in, let him show what he can do, and if he doesn't deliver, he doesn't deliver. But Chris Wilder's
At least give him a chance, yeah.
Chris Wilder's got to throw caution to the wind, especially having spent all that money on it. So.
Yeah. Okay, ready to...
Which for Sheffield United is a lot of money.
Oh, yes. And West Brom, just briefly, even though they have brought in players, Snodgrass, would he be able to do it a lot? I mean, he's getting on a bit. The other people they brought in, Maitland-Niles, I'm not sure whether they really needed to sign him. And what's that?
His versatile.
Oh yes. And the other couple of players I don't know about, so unproven. So yeah,
I think they needed a striker.
Oh yes. Well, they bought. I think it's Mabaye. I think, something like that. But
but because they got rid of Charlie Aston, didn't they?
Yes, because he went back to QPR, didn't he?
Yes.
Right. I think both teams will go down, I think. I don't think they'll have enough to stay up.
I think it's quite likely, will.
As for the third team, though, that's really... As for the third team, in the bottom three, I don't think Fulham will go down. So that would get interesting. I think West Brom and Sheffield United are definitely going to go down, sadly. But what's going to be interesting is who joins them, because I don't think it will be Fulham. I don't think it'll be Brighton. Do you know? I think maybe Newcastle, actually.
Yeah, the only thing is there's a bit of a gap from Fulham to Newcastle, so Fulham will have to start winning games.
Well, yeah, Fulham are on 40. Oh no, this is as it stood. So Fulham were on 14th, Brighton were on 21, and Newcastle were on 22. Anyway, you ready to move on?
Oh, right, so there's not that much in it.
Well,
Yeah.
that was as it stood at the time. So
Fulham were on 14. Did you say?
yes,
Yeah, so there's 7 points between Fulham and Newcastle. Brighton. Not now. But there's 7 points between. Oh no, there's not. There's 7 points between Brighton. There's 7 points between Fulham and Newcastle, which might be, in 18th to 16th, which might be a bit too much. Because I know Burnley are now in 70th, but I can't see Burnley being.
no, I can't see Burnley going down. Which is it's going to be interesting who joins them. I think. Anyway,
I think the bottom three now will probably be the bottom three at the end of the season.
right, and even if Fulham do go down, though, I think
Fulham have played well, but there's just a bit of a gap between.
Yeah, I think actually, I think if even if Fulham do go down, that I think they'll go down fighting. I think.
I think Sheffield United will as well.
Yes, yeah. Sheffield United and Fulham, they'll go down fighting. Yeah, so we'll see anyway.
Your favourite man, Sam Allardyce, would probably go down fighting.
Well, we'll see. Anyway, let's move on. So
yeah,
so a shock result. This actually, Wolves to not Everton, Arsenal. Won, and it started us off Nicolas Pepe for Arsenal in the 32nd minute, assisted by Alexandre Lacazette. Ruben Neves in the 5th minute added on to the first half with a penalty, and João Moutinho in the 49th minute, assisted by Neto. Is it Juan Neto?
No, it's Pedro Neto,
that's it. One Neto. Oh dear. But there were 2 red cards. David Luiz in the 3rd minute added on to the first half.
Apparently, he's a bit unlucky.
Yeah, and Burns Leno in the 72nd minute. So, what was your thoughts on the 2 red cards then?
To be fair, I've not seen them, but apparently David Luiz just went to go back with the Wolves player and clipped his heels. As he didn't actually make an attempt to take the man out. So they reckon although he was clean through, it was a penalty, but not a red card because it collided with him by accident.
Right. But Arsenal actually.
As for the Leno incident, I've not seen it, but if you handle outside the area, then, and I presume he denied a goal scoring opportunity, did he? By doing that. So, you've got to go. Did you see them?
No, I didn't see the game because it was the same, United were playing Southampton then, so I didn't see that.
Yeah, but if you do that, then handle outside the box, and definitely it's okay. It might have been unlucky, but if you bring somebody down clean through, you're asking for it. But much needed. I watched a bit of the first half when Arsenal were 1-0 up. A great finish by Pepe.
Oh yeah.
It's very good. Now that they've got the youngsters and they're playing a bit more, attacking football. And I didn't see the Wolves equaliser, but up until the red card, Wolves looked really disjointed and didn't.
Right, yeah.
The passing was going astray, just for lack of confidence, really.
Yeah, because Wolves have been a bit weird this season, haven't they? And they're still obviously missing Raul Jimenez. Yeah.
I don't think it's just Raul Jimenez they're missing though. I
Oh
mean,
no, well, obviously Ryan Doherty
I don't
and
like,
no, sorry, Matt
yeah, and I don't
Doherty.
Matt Doherty and Diego Jota.
Yeah, so I seem to be creating fictional players. Ryan Doherty. Oh dear.
But I tell you what, I don't like Semedo. He's rubbish.
Well, yeah, no wonder Barcelona packed him off because yeah, he's
I
garbage,
know,
isn't
but
he?
just because you leave Barcelona, he's played a lot of games for Barcelona. So you know, like they got rid of them. Let me give you an example. They got rid of David Silva, but look how good he turned out to be.
Oh well, yes, of course, yeah.
So if you come from Barcelona and play the amount of games he has, which is a lot of games for Barca, then you'd expect him to be of decent quality. Obviously, there's a reason why they got rid of him, but I was expecting a really good player because I didn't know I knew of him, but I've not seen a lot of him. But he's shocking,
Yeah.
and I mean shocking that he didn't. I don't know if you saw the goal, but Pepe just guided, came in at the far post and no, sorry, not for the goal, but Arsenal had a chance at the far post, and I think Leno saved it. And Semedo just had to be goal side, and he didn't even jog back with his man on the far post, and he had a free hit.
Oh,
Luckily, the goalkeeper saved it that time, but absolutely shocking. And I've not liked him when I've seen him, and I'm all for giving players time in a new league, no matter how good they are in a new they need time in a new league. But it was absolutely shocking. Paying all that money for him, terrible.
yes, yeah. I mean, they paid a lot, didn't they? Was it something like 50 million? I think.
I don't think it's quite 50 million, but I think it's about 40 or something.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he'll turn good, but it just doesn't seem to. It's not really his form. It's just about he doesn't do the basics right. Like when Ollie Watkins was scoring, I know the two different positions, but he wasn't scoring, but he was still doing the basics right to get himself into those positions. Semedo doesn't seem to. Semedo doesn't seem to get into the right positions to
Which you have to, don't you, as a as a defender?
well, you do as any position on the field. Whether you're goalie, whether you're winger, whether you're a midfielder, whether you're an attacker, you have to get in the right areas and read the game. You know, I play left wing on my paragraph football. I am not the best left winger in the world, but one thing I always try and do is stay on the move, whether that be forward or backwards,
Oh yeah.
to get them. So if the ball arrives, I keep myself up with the teammates, and so I can run onto the ball. But Semedo just doesn't seem to track back, and he's a defender. And alright, Trent Alexander-Arnold's not the best defender. As a defender, is okay, but it's much better going the other way. But he doesn't seem to be that good going forward either. Just Semedo, not Trent Semedo I'm on about. And it's just shocking.
Pretty much a disaster in every area then.
So far.
Oh
I mean,
dear.
he might prove me wrong, and it's not the fact he hasn't settled in well. It's not the fact he's not playing well. It's just I don't see anything in his game. He looks lazy. He looks disinterested. Where's his passion, his talking, his fight to win that ball? He's a defender. He should be taking the man the ball a lot if he has to. If he gives a few fouls away or penalties, so be it. You know, he got to be crunching hard hitting. He's not.
Oh.
Not that. Well, maybe he has, and it's not come out yet. Anyway.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
What's your opinion after all that?
Well, I mean, I've seen him play for Barcelona in the Champions League, and you know, I don't think he's been particularly bad, but I wouldn't say he's been absolutely amazing and rave about him.
But how about on the game as well?
Well, I have to say I was shocked because I thought Arsenal would win this one. You know, Wolves are not exactly in the best form. Arsenal, really good form.
They did give them a helping hand with the 2 sending off.
Oh, well, yes. Well, obviously, you know, when we talk about the United game, you know, when it's very hard when you have a red card, you know, just one red card. And when you're down to 8 men, no, hang on, sorry, 11, 10, 9. Sorry, 9, I can't count, 9 men, it's even harder, but actually, the pleasing thing for Arsenal is they didn't lose that heavily, actually. 2-1 is not bad, actually.
Considering they had 2 players sent off,
yeah. And you know, looks here that Arsenal had a very good performance in the first half, so...
That's what I said, yeah, Wolves were very disjointed.
So, I want to ask you about Pepe. So do you think, because he's done very well in these last few matches, do you think it was just a confidence issue?
Well, I think it's too early to say. I think he's got to be doing it for a few months and then we'll see. But the signs are promising. Here's another one. I didn't see what Arsenal saw in him.
No, neither did I.
No, when they brought him, I thought, oh, he must have talent. But
72 million they paid for him from Lille.
But after a few months, I was like, what's he got? But actually, he's starting to play better as the seniors. So, and he did a few lovely turns and shimmies against Wolves, and scored a great goal. So, yeah, maybe things are looking up. But ask me again in a few months. Still got.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. But the issue for Pepe is Aubameyang is now coming back, and of course
that's all. They can all play. Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Pepe, with Smith Rowe just behind him.
Oh, and, right, so you would you take Saka out the team, would you?
I play Saka at fullback.
Oh, right, so if Kieran Tierney's injured, you're saying?
Could you not play Saka on the left? No, on the right. I mean.
Oh, as a right back?
As a marauding, I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't think he's played right back, but he's so versatile. I wouldn't be surprised.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I will play a front 2 of Lacazette and Aubameyang, with Smith Rowe just behind him, Partey just behind him, Saka on one wing, and Martinelli on the other.
Okay.
And then if Smith Rowe got a bit tired or started to drop off, we've always got Odegaard who come on. But then where do you put Pepe?
Well, yeah, that's always the issue. You can only play with 11 men.
I'd have to think about it.
Right. You ready to move on?
Well, it's a good conundrum to have.
Oh, well, of course it is. That's what you want. You want competition. You want, as the manager, that headache because it shows the players are really fighting for positions, and that's what you want. It's a good headache to have.
Especially if everybody's starting to play well.
Yes.
And then you can...
I have to say, well done Arsenal for sticking to Arteta and Edu as well. I know I've mentioned this before, but I've really got a lot of respect for Arteta. I think that he's doing a really good job there. And
I don't know about good job. Arsenal should have never been in the mess at the start of the season.
Well, but you're forgetting, Sam, that Arteta has still got, cleared up some of the mess from Wenger's last year's and Emery, so he's not shaped, a full squad in his mould, yet.
True, but for Arsenal to be down in 15th was pretty... but I'm glad they didn't sack it, because I think that was bringing the youth through. And
well, yes, I mean, the youth, Ozil must be so embarrassed. Well, he probably doesn't care. He's probably enjoying one last paycheck in Turkey.
You're funny, Will.
Anyway, you ready to move on?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next game, and it was Manchester United 9, Southampton 0. We covered this on Extra Time, me and JLIWheels. What a game, and of course, great win for United, but
I'll let you discuss that, Will, because take the lead, because I've not watched much.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the game.
Yeah, well, yeah. Obviously, we know you had you were in a spot of bother, should we say?
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, great win for United, obviously, but I did feel really sorry for Southampton, particularly when it was getting to 9-0. Yeah. Because I like Southampton, I like Hasenhüttl, I like him as a person, but I also like the style of football. It seems to be a very well-run club, Southampton, so I've got a lot of respect for Southampton, and I really like watching them play. I like a lot of their players as well. I've got nothing bad to say about Southampton, really.
I think to get beat 9-0 and have the joint record defeat twice in a row, and 2 seasons in a row is not good. And I know they went down to 9 men, didn't they, later on? But
they did, yeah.
To get beat 9-0 where we got 9 or 10 men and they had 10 for most of the game, but I know they had a lad sent off after 2 minutes, but to get beat 9-0 is a bit alarming. Twice.
Yes. But different circumstances, wasn't it, though?
The players have got to be stood up and be counted.
Yeah, but Sam, this is in different circumstances. When they lost 9-0 to Leicester, I don't think they had a lot. Most of their first team stars were fit, but they have got a lot of injuries, and they've been, depleted.
Matter. To get beat 9-0, if you get beat 5 or 6, fair enough. It's hard. I get that. You gotta dig in.
Hello, boys.
Hey, JLIWheels is here.
Oh, thank God for that. I am out.
What's happened?
Well,
no, I'm just tired, so I could do with extra pair of hands. So yeah.
I was asleep.
Oh, good for you. So fobbing us off for your sleep, how dare you?
Oh, I've got work in the morning, not I. So,
I'm not working about it.
but I've screwed myself over now because I've just had like an hour and 40 minutes. So I will be good. I will be going to sleep anytime soon. So, we.
Are you sure you want to do this? You don't have to.
Yeah, I better go and get my AirPods on and
Why don't you have a night off?
because Will and his boring opinions might actually put me to sleep, so it's okay.
Are you sure you don't want a bit of time off?
No, it's alright. I'll be back in a minute.
Right. So yeah, to get beat 9-0, well, is not good enough.
Yeah, but Sam, they were down to 9 men.
What? They got bit there. They were down to 9 men. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when did the second fella get sent off?
The second fella, so that was Jan Benderak, who's now actually he's won his appeal, so he'll be back for the next game.
What did he get sent off for?
It was it was conceding a penalty, I think.
Yeah, but what did he do?
It was I can't remember, to be honest, because I what I did is I listened to the second half on the radio.
Oh, okay. How about the first one?
The first lad, it was 17 seconds. It was the second minute. It was very early.
What did he do?
Oh, we did quite a really aggressive challenge on McTominay. Yeah, could have really injured him. Luckily, McTominay was fine, but no, that was definitely a red card for him. But I feel sorry for the young Yankovic, or however you pronounce his name.
Yeah, Yankovic. Yeah.
You're a young player. You come to Old Trafford. You probably, a mixture of excitement. Sometimes, you can get a bit too excited, and obviously when you're a young player,
He probably wanted to prove himself.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's like any, youngster. They can sometimes, lose their head, can't they? Any young, even like.
Yeah, and he'll learn.
Yeah, exactly. But I just hope that Ralph Hasenhüttl, I hope that he will get picked again because Hasenhüttl was very, very angry because he said his squad was depleted, before the match started with injuries and stuff. Then he
doesn't matter. Even against Man United, you can't get beat 9-0 like that. To get beat 9-0 is, thank you. I've been on the end of a 14-0 loss.
14? Wow, that's like rugby, cricket scores.
Thanks for rubbing it in.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, no, I'm only joking. It was a horrible day. It was against our arch rival.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah, it was like United losing 12-0 to, 14-0 to City. Anyway, but they were a better team than us at the time. But so I've been there, and I've conceded 5 more goals on top of that 9-0 to get to the 14. Yes, it is quite funny. I know it's funny to look back now. It wasn't at the time. But it's what can I say? It's to get beat 9-0 like that, sort of 2 seasons in a row, is disgraceful. You can't fold. Like I get that it's harder with a man light. And what minute did Bednarek get sent off?
86. So when he went off, they just when Bender went off at the 86th minute, it was quite late. They just completely crumbled.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough conceding the amount of goals after he went off, but not before. You can't be getting beat 9-0 like that. 5 or 6, fair enough, with 10 men for most of the game. But 9, if you had 9 men, if he'd got sent off in the second minute and then another player got sent off in the 5th minute, or 2 players had a collision and both got sent off, then fair enough from the same team. Fair enough. But to have such a big gap between one player getting sent off to the other, to get beaten 9-0, you've got to stand up, dig in, really dig in. You're gonna lose 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 even, but to get beaten 9-0 again, there's a problem there. And I like Southampton a lot, but I'm going to call them out on this show.
Oh.
You cannot get beat 9-0 like that again.
Gloves are off.
Yeah, but Sam, I have to disagree with you. These were 2 different occasions. The first, when they got beat 9-0, when they beat 9-0 by Leicester, they were a fully fit squad. They didn't have any sendings off, I don't think. This was...
Yes, they did. Ryan Bertrand got sent off.
Oh, okay. Well, but this is if they had a lot of players injured, and then plus the 2 sendings off.
I get the 2 sendings off if they were close together, and I get at Old Trafford against United, who like to break. Definitely did lose the game. I'm not saying
I gotta do what I would usually do.
I'm not saying it should have been 0-0 or 1-0 or 2-0 or 3-0 or maybe you get beat 4 and 5 with 10 men for that long and then 9 men, fair enough. You can't argue with that, it's hard. But to get beat 9-0 with 10 men for most of the game is just too much for me. I don't know what Jordan thinks that. Welcome, JLIWheels, to the group.
Hello. So yeah, what I'm saying is, I agree with you, Sam, because we all like Southampton on this show.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, it's not good enough. Yeah, they've had injury issues. Yeah, they've been inconsistent. It isn't good enough. And I don't think there's that much like me and Will were on about it the other day. What does Ralph Hasenhüttl say? What do the players say? What do the staff say? What do the coaches say? What can the pundits really say? Because it's one of those results where, yeah, we like Southampton. We think it's unlucky. But it's also not good enough.
And it's happened in consecutive seasons with pretty much the same squad of players.
No,
alright,
exactly
some of them were injured, but it's 2 years on the bounce. We all said that Leicester result and they weren't in good form and say, yeah, it can happen. But it's happened twice.
Yeah, but I think with the Leicester result, it was a bit more like Southampton have been playing poorly for a long time. They looked at that point pretty much destined to go down. So, with that, it was one of them where...
Yeah, I accept that.
Yeah, whereas this is a bit more... Yeah, it's an anomaly, but because of how good of a team they are, to be beaten the score that they were, I don't think is acceptable in any way.
I could understand if they got beat 5 or 6, of course, playing against 11 quality players. I'm not saying that they should have.
Are we saying that United players are quality players?
But not, you know what I mean. Well, not game, but I'm not saying they should have lost 2-0 or shouldn't have lost. I'm not saying that at all. I just think 9 is a bit extortionate.
Yeah, it's pretty severe.
You've got to show backbone. You have to show backbone. I I remember I was just saying to Will, and Will found it very funny. And I've told you about this on this show. I'm saying this now, and I've been on the end of a 40-0
Oh
defeat.
yeah, so you have, yeah.
And
We
against
can't all be
Bolton.
as bad we can't all be as bad at football as Sam, though, can we?
Right, but it was against Bolton, our rivals, and yeah, it was like United losing 14-0 to City. Anyway, but I was only about 11, and I learned more on that day than I did at any other time in my career. So far about the game, I'd only been playing for like 9 months. There's no excuse, but I was still learning, and I learned more that day. They say you learn more from a defeat than you do a victory. Um, but yeah, I learned a lot, and it never happened again. Thankfully, I was on the end of some 7-1s and 6-1s in the Premiership when we first went up. But that's a bit more acceptable than 14
Yeah,
nil.
right. I agree, and I'm with you 100%. But then I also think, I do think that because it was the same group of players, um, like I said, I think because they've done so well, a lot of people are probably thinking, oh well, they'll bounce back because they did last time. But 2 9-0s in the space of 14 or 15 months is pretty disgusting.
Yeah, and you don't know what that'll do to their confidence. Sorry, that could to have it twice to them at the top level. That could really damage the players. And also, where was the thing? I say I learned a lot from a 14-0, and I said to myself that I'm never going to let this happen again in my career. And it never has so far. And
well, you still shipped 7 and 6, so it's not.
I know there's things sometimes that you can't control, but I've never lost 14-0 since. Those Southampton players at 7-0 should have said, right, this could get messy. Whatever we do, we're going to make sure that we don't lose 9-0 again, because we'll never live it down. I'm going to make sure with all my heart that we do not lose 9-0. I'm going to dig in even more. The adrenaline should be going there. Not lose 9-0.
Are you having a stroke?
I was just about to say, I think Sam's record is stuck.
To lose 9-0 is there should have been leaders leading them. If I had been on that pitch, and I'd played for Southampton, we wouldn't have lost 9-0 at 7-0 that time.
And it's like they had McCarthy in goal as well, and they had like Bednarak and some good players on the field. So to me, it's just like 9-0 ruined Angus Gunn's career at Southampton, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, though he was palpable. What's the word?
Culpable.
He was culpable, thank you, for a lot of those goals. I don't know if McCarthy was. I've not seen him.
Can we, just for my benefit, what round of games are we covering? How much have we covered already?
Well, we talked about the Sheffield United and West Brom, Wolves beat Arsenal, and United beat Southampton, and then gonna do Newcastle and Palace.
Right, okay, so basically we're talking about everything from Tuesday and then to yesterday's, and then obviously once tonight's game's over, tonight as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So that's my opinion. I don't know. Jordan might think I'm being harsh. I'm not a professional footballer.
I disagree with you because they're both two different situations. So
Obviously,
Again,
Bednarek's red card got overturned.
yeah, it's been appealed, and he's
what was it he actually did?
I've only seen the highlights like once, so I'm not too sure. But I think it was 2 yellows, wasn't it, or was it a straight red?
yeah. It says here it's straight red. Because it would show 2 yellow cards and then a red. No, it was a straight red.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what he did, but I did see that. Is it Lee Mason? Southampton had put a request in that Lee Mason doesn't officiate any of their games anymore after his decision making for the.
Oh, and Mike Dean.
And that's the one, and Mike Dean, because he was there when
What?
they got. He was there when they got two. Was it a blatant handball and incorrect VAR decision? Wasn't he? He was the VAR that night, wasn't he?
What night?
The night where Villa beat Southampton, but they shouldn't have done.
Oh right, yeah, the other day, yeah.
Yeah,
I watched
Matty
that.
Cash-
Handled
Matty Cash
it.
with the most blatant handball I've ever seen, and also Ings' goal, even on the
So
VAR.
was Lee Mason the ref, and was it that one incident with Lee Mason last night that they said that?
I think Lee Mason.
Or did he make?
I think Lee
Or did he
Mason
make
was
some
the
other
ref in
decision?
that game, and maybe it was the VAR in the other one. I know that they were both involved in the Villa game as well.
So was it just that one decision on the night that went against them? They felt, or did it feel?
I think that the young lad being sent off, when I first looked at it, it didn't actually look that bad, but that's what VAR's for, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
yeah, it was quite high, but then how high is too high?
So and they put a request in that Lee Mason gets suspended. And
I don't think it's that he gets suspended. I think he's just not. They don't want him to officiate their games anymore.
No.
Their games, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, I've had experience of that. We got the same 6
Did
games.
you spit at a referee once?
No, I didn't spit at a
referee.
No. I went to run the ref over at the end
Oh
of the game.
dear.
That's a bit naughty.
But,
That's like Roy Keane, Joey
No,
Barton, Diego Costa.
I stopped myself before I ran her over.
Sam pretends that he's a good man, but he's actually stone cold.
Yeah.
Stone cold.
Some of the dark side.
We'd have the same ref 7 games in a row, and oh dear, I just lost it with her. And,
Did you request not to have her again?
No. I stopped myself though. See, there's actions, and then there's just things that go on in your head, and I stopped myself. I probably would have been banned forever.
Sorry, Sam, because I know that you will probably have seen it. Have you talked about the João Moutinho goal for Wolves against Arsenal yet?
No, we just said like what
He scored.
it meant for both teams.
You just said what?
We just
What
said
it
he
meant
scored
both
for
teams
Wolves.
and the 2 sending offs and
Yeah.
So you didn't discuss like one of probably what will get voted as the goal of the season?
Well,
not seen it.
no.
Oh, you've not seen it? Oh, it's a belter, mate.
Is it?
Yeah. Apparently,
Outside the box.
it's probably like 30 yards out. It was like the kind of goal you'd expect Ruben Neves to score, but it wasn't scored by Ruben Neves.
Darren Ambrose against Man United for Crystal.
Bloody Ambrose. But yeah, no, because obviously you haven't seen the game highlights at all, but have you seen the red cards?
No.
No.
Right,
But
okay. Isn't it a good job I'm here then?
No, we've discussed them though and said my dad said that David Luiz shouldn't have been sent off because he was actually not trying to trip the guy up and just collided.
It was soft. It was soft, David Luiz.
And then the other one, we've said if a goalie handles the ball outside the area, then it's his own fault.
Yeah, it does strike his arm. I think David Luiz was hard done to, but that is what
Denied a goal scoring opportunity.
Yeah.
They appealed his red card, but it's been denied.
It got denied. I saw that. Nicolas Paquet's goal I thought was beautiful.
Saw that.
Great finish.
Oh, and we've just had a rant, or I have. I've had lots of rants, right, about Nelson Semedo.
Is that because you've been left on your own, bless you? Sorry.
Nelson Semedo about the shit player he looks. I know players need time to settle, but bloody hell, he couldn't even defend properly the other day, as in he wasn't even goal side and gave the chance to guy at the far post. Absolutely shocking.
I think all these people that see Nelson Semedo as like a good young talent don't actually realise that he's 27 years old.
That's not really young then, but it's not really old either.
No, but it should be in his prime.
I remember the buzz when Nelson Semedo was coming over, because obviously Barcelona's starting right back and all this. I've not been that impressed with him either, to be honest.
Very poor.
Very much.
Going forward and defensively, it looks disinterested. I said, lack of fight. Where is his? Take the ball and the man.
I think you're having a stroke.
I can tell I need my football back. But yeah, he's no fight, no battle. Playing in the under-23s, so they start showing a bit of aggression.
You've ranted more than me tonight, mate.
And it's a big result for Wolves. I think
they didn't play well. They didn't play well first half.
A lot of people have gone on about Wolves and how good they've been. This season, they've not been that great whatsoever, in my opinion. They've just done well against the bigger teams.
I agree.
That being said, huge result. Probably takes some pressure off Nuno, because I know that there definitely was some.
No,
I think there was, because they were in 13th or 14th.
Yeah, but pressure on them. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I'm not saying there's loads of pressure on Nuno. I'm saying there was a bit.
Nuno's the messiah there. He's got them to Europe.
Did you see, just slightly off topic with football, but it's still about football in a way. Did you see that he donated £250,000 to homeless charities in Wolverhampton?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Love that.
Well done, Nuno.
He seems like a really lovely guy as well.
Yeah, definitely does. It's
pressure on Nuno. I've heard it.
Chelsea 1-0 against Tottenham.
Yeah, we've.
We did say about that, and maybe Jose Mourinho not playing Bale. Shocking. Needs to give him a run of games.
He's not playing with his fan, is he? To be fair.
Well, yeah, I shared you guys. Did you see that video, Sam, of him telling his coaches what he told Bale, like you can either stay here or go back to Real Madrid and play no football?
He was playing no football at Tottenham virtually.
He should go to the MLS, Bale, I think.
No, he's too good for that. Do a World Cup, go back to Southampton.
Would they really have him back?
I'm sure they would bite your hand off.
If he's not doing well at Tottenham and he's not doing well at Real Madrid,
Yeah,
Oh,
but
well,
I agree with Sam.
well-
I think that one, he's not had a consistent run of games, and two, he's
Give
still
him 10
fully
games.
fit.
Give him 10 games to get matched more. He could be, if Lionel Messi hadn't have played as much as Bale, he'd be struggling because he's got without match fitness, I know that when I go back and play my football, there'll
you'll be
aspects of my
rusty.
game. There'll be aspects of the
shit that
game
you
that will
already
be
are.
yeah, I'll be right in some ways, and I'll probably miss time if you tackle. But it takes that. It doesn't matter how good you are. You need match sharpness. All right, Jesse Lingard's come in the other day and played really, really well, but the majority of the time you need match sharpness.
Oh, we discussed Jesse Lingard yet? Oh,
No, I just said in the intro, defenders get your guard up because Lingard's about.
yeah. Lingard's
And-
back.
Will's favourite player. Anyway, we'll get on to that.
But I bet if you gave Bale the run of games, he'd get injured and he'd be back on the treatment table again.
No, I think
See,
he gave him. If you gave him a run of games to get sharp, I think he'd start to show.
I mean, Eden Hazard is really struggling at Real Madrid again with injuries.
That's not about Hazard as a player. That's just injuries. That's just fitness.
Mind you, he's looking a bit chubby, isn't he?
Oh God.
Well, he's gonna look
Alright.
chubby if he's
Right,
not
Boris,
training.
stop being so judgmental.
If he's not trained, he's gonna look a bit chubby, isn't he? If he's not fit, I bet Van Dijk will look a bit more chubby than he normally does.
I
Because
don't
he's
know.
not-
He strikes me as a little bit of a fitness freak. Him.
No, but I mean in terms of, he's not every day, so you're bound to put a little bit of weight on.
Yeah. No, I understand what you mean. It happens all the time in football.
And I'm not saying they're not fit, they're super fit, but they're bound to put a little bit of weight on if you can't train. Because you're not in that vigorous regime.
I agree 100%. Yeah, I imagine, well, we'll probably get on to Tottenham a little bit later on. I was going to say, obviously, they got beat by Brighton, but that was the previous match.
Yeah, that was a shock actually. I could not see that coming.
Jose Mourinho under pressure, boys.
Well,
With
it's
the style
interesting.
of-
Oh, sorry,
with the
George, you go
style-
first.
With the style of football as well. It's not like they play squash with football.
Well, yeah, Mourinho. His style of football certainly not entertaining. I bet the fans are not missing out on that.
I find it quite difficult, me, because I think that, it's not going great, but he is also somebody that is proven to be able to do well.
Couldn't you say was proven?
He's a dinosaur of the game
No, I
now, I
wouldn't
think,
say-
Mourinho.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say he was proven. I'd say he is still. But obviously, it can always.
Yeah, but what if you're
Better.
basing that off his record with Chelsea, Madrid, Chelsea again?
Yeah, but
Isn't
I'm
he?
not even just saying that. Chelsea again, yeah. He won his last. Went to United. Yeah, he only won the Europa League, but the Europa League is still a hard thing.
No,
to win.
actually, we won the League Cup as well.
And the League Cup. There you go. That's not bad. That's 2 trophies in what? The season and a bit. 2
No,
seasons.
No, I get that, but if you were Spurs, would you be curious? If you were a Spurs fan, and I know you're not a Chelsea fan,
That's a
it's hard.
disgusting notion, Sam. Wash your mouth out.
But if you were
Oh no,
a
it's not
Spurs
as bad
fan,
as. Oh yeah.
Go on,
Yeah.
go on.
If
If I
you were-
was a Spurs fan,
if you were a Spurs fan, would you be queuing up to get your season ticket at the start of the season?
No, I wouldn't be.
Would you be would you be busting a gut on the day that the tickets came out?
To be honest, no. Purely because, although I don't agree with the style of football, I also don't think they're a football club that's got much more room to grow.
They've
Why
gone.
not?
I think they made a
Look at
step
the
backwards.
stadium. Look at the stadium they've got.
Yeah. Look at the stadium, look at the team, that's the point. Pandemic aside, we've not really got to see Tottenham consistently perform very well in the new Tottenham, in the new White Hart Lane.
No.
You know, maybe that's one of the reasons that I feel how I feel. But, you know, that aside, at this very moment,
No, they're fine, aren't they?
Tottenham are quite stagnated as a team. I mean, they're in 8th. Yeah, they've got a game in hand on some of the teams above, and if they win it, they can go like 6th or 7th. But that's also with City have got a game in hand, and Everton have got 2 games in hand. So, and Villa have got 2 games in hand as well, who are underneath them, and only a point behind them. So I think, I don't know.
Chelsea can't be that far behind them either now, can they?
So Chelsea are above Spurs now, on 3 points above them.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Sam, you asked me. Well, you. Oh, sorry, George.
No, go on.
So, Sam, you asked us both if Mourinho is under pressure. I think if they don't win a trophy and don't get Champions League football, then yes, I think he'll be gone. If both those things happen, he'll be gone. But if they do get into the top 4 and win a trophy, then I think, but if he doesn't do both those things or any of those things, then he'll be gone. George, what's your view?
I don't know. I think in the modern era, although I do think Jose Mourinho's still got it, I think that the writing on the wall isn't there for him. You know, in the pandemic, we've had so many people that shouldn't have so much pressure on them, but have. You know, Arteta shouldn't have had the pressure he had on him. Lampard shouldn't have had the pressure he had on him. You know, there's pressure on Guardiola as well, and now look where they are. So, for me, I think that there will come a time if Spurs don't get more consistent that there will be an issue for Mourinho. Whether he'll go or not, I don't know.
Get rid of him. Get Thomas from him.
Yeah, would Thomas Frank do a good job in a big team? I don't know. I think Lampard is.
Give him a chance. Why not give him a chance?
I think Lampard is a good example of, you know, sticking a successful name in, and because I think Thomas Frank's done a great job at Brentford. Don't get me wrong. I don't think they'll go up. I think it's probably going to be obviously Norwich. I think is sealed on, and then. Personally, I think it's between Bournemouth and Swansea for the automatic promotion, the second automatic promotion spot. I think yeah, I think they'll do okay in the playoffs. The problem with Brentford is they've probably got one of the better teams in the Championship, yet they are quite inconsistent. Kind of like Blackburn. Blackburn has got a brilliant
squad. They've won a lot of games recently.
Yeah.
And they do go second if they win the game now.
Tomorrow in it, I'm sure I've seen it. Do they play tomorrow?
They played yesterday. So.
Oh, did you win?
3-2 Bristol City.
It's not bad, is it? They won 7-2 against Wickham at the weekend, didn't they?
Yeah, he's gonna name.
And I think they were 2-1 down as well.
What money is this one?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know about the Mourinho question. Ask me in a couple of weeks, I think.
Okay.
Losing to Chelsea, obviously. Losing to Chelsea is obviously going to hurt, but considering we've still got a whole other day's worth of results to go through, I think we better move on.
Yes, I was just about. So, Newcastle v Palace, shall we move on to that?
Yeah. Have you seen any highlights from this?
No.
Yes. All
Yeah.
the goals.
Okay. What did you think of Shelby's goal?
Very good.
Did you think Riederwald's
Typical.
goal was better?
Close. I'd probably say on this occasion, yeah, Riederwald's goal was better, but
No, I thought
I
it was
do.
better.
Sorry?
I thought it was better, yeah.
But I do like Jojo Shelby. I think he's one of the Newcastle players who looks forward.
He's been there a long time.
He has been there a long time.
Not really. 2017.
Yeah, but I think that's a long time in the modern game. I think what is he now? 5 or 6 seasons? 4 or 5 seasons is quite a long time.
How
Yeah,
old
it is, yeah.
Especially
No,
when
actually no.
haven't
He
really
seems
done
to
that
be.
well.
He seems to have been around forever. I don't know, and I don't know how old he is.
Yeah, I think he's about 30 something. I remember like him coming through at Liverpool right at the start of his career with like Jay Spearing and people like that. I'm literally just gonna Google him now.
Jay Spearing, what happened to him?
Tranmere Rovers. So John Joe Shelby is 29 at the end of this month.
Oh, he's younger than I thought.
29? No, right, I thought it was 34 or something.
Well, he's actually 28.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
Since when did John Joe Shelby have 6 caps for England?
Not when
Yeah,
I
I
was
knew he
watching.
played-
Not when I've
I
been
knew he
watching
played
England,
for England.
obviously.
I bet it was around, let me guess, 2012.
Between 2012 and 2015, John Joe Shelby earned 6 caps for England.
Yes, he did. I didn't know it was that many.
He played 5 games for England in 2015. I do remember him playing for England, but I ultimately thought he got like 2 caps. I think it's Dominic Solanke that's got 2 caps, isn't it? I was going to say what a crap player he is, but he's actually been amazing for Bournemouth in the Championship.
And
What do you
talking.
think about Jason Tyndall? We were talking
Yeah.
about this on there.
Just as good as Eddie Howe, in my opinion.
Do you think it was pulling the trigger of panic, sacking?
What? To get rid of Howe?
No, to get rid of Jason Tyndall.
He's gone.
Yeah.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know? I
thought
realised. I realised you didn't know. Oh yeah, he's gone.
Oh shit! You're
Jonathan
joking.
Woodgate in caretaker charge, I think.
And this is what happens when live news breaks on there and somebody doesn't know on Football Central.
See, I did wonder. I saw the thing about you've got 2 potential replacements there as well, because they've got Jonathan Woodgate that they just signed up, and also Graham Jones.
No, Graham
Terrible.
Jones went to
No.
Newcastle. That's why Jonathan Woodgate initially came.
That's huge news, isn't it?
No, Jonathan Woodgate, crap, don't give it to him.
Well, yeah, he didn't do
No,
well at
hang on,
Middlesbrough, did he?
This is what they've said, and I think that this also confirms that Jonathan Woodgate's probably going to come in. So they've said, we feel a change is needed now to give the club the best possible chance of achieving the goals clearly set out last summer. That's because they have dropped off quite a bit. But saying what I was saying about thinking that they might get into automatic promotion is just clearly based on the squad and style of football. Former Middlesbrough boss Jonathan Woodgate, who only joined Bournemouth as a coach on Monday, will be in caretaker charge against Birmingham on Saturday.
Why did he join on Monday?
See, there you go. That's
Well,
what I'm
because
thinking, maybe.
because Graham
No,
Jones had
no.
left, so I imagine he was initially brought in to replace Graham Jones, but then they thought about it and decided to give Tyndall the boot, and now Woodgate's now in
But
caretaker
Woodgate
charge.
was terrible at middle, and I didn't like him as a manager. Boring.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now,
I thought, obviously they didn't do too well, and they've done really well under Warnock. I think maybe an outside chance to go up this season, because I'm a fan of Neil Warnock. I always have
Oh,
been.
I like him as
he's
a
a great guy, isn't he?
I like him as a person. He's hilarious.
It's just
Doesn't have the
like,
greatest style of football, but
He certainly has a good style of personality. There.
Yeah.
oh
He's
yes,
got a
yes,
good-
of course he does.
He's got a good squad there as well. You know, Bettinelli in goal. I like
The
Dale
Songa
Fry-
Longa.
Dale
he played
Fry at the back. Jed Spence,
Nathaniel
Bob,
Mendes
Vernon.
Lang from Cardiff joined him.
Oh yeah, they just signed him, but he's a bit of a wrong'un, isn't he? Obviously, like Sam said, it's on Bolonga. Chuba Akpom, who used to be at Arsenal, is there. So yeah, they've got a good, got a good team.
Yeah. But no, Jonathan Woodgate, for me, he just seemed so dull as a manager. It wasn't his style of play. I know you probably think, bloody hell, I'm picking on everybody today. but I just thought he was boring. He was boring. He didn't excite me.
Jonathan Woodgate
No.
was wooden then.
Yes, he was.
Hey,
He was
did
as
you like
wooden
that?
as a gate. He was as wooden as a gate. For sure. Probably got splinters on his
I
back.
didn't like that, Will.
I did. Probably got splinters on his backside.
Oh, ho, ho.
You know who I think they might go for, Jordan? Who I'd look at? For Bournemouth?
Go on.
There's two people I'd look at.
Thomas
Danny
Frank
Cowley.
being one of them, I guess.
No, Danny Cowley.
Oh, good shout, yeah.
I
Who
don't
did
know
you-
about that, but okay.
Who did you say, Will?
I thought you would have said Thomas Frank again.
No, Danny Cowley. No, he's not going to go to Bournemouth, is he? From Brentford. But Danny Cowley, oh, I hate to say it, George, David Artell.
David Artell's a good shout, but I don't think he'd go that high up.
Why not?
It's
How about Nathan Jones?
Nathan
Jones.
Nathan Jones though has proven that like when you do well, I don't know. I think Nathan Jones is a decent.
He'd be
shout.
better staying at
he was
Luton,
on-
surely.
He was unlucky at Stoke. Stoke was a poison chalice, really. Because
Stoke
the
is a
club,
poison challenge generally.
yeah, because the club wasn't in a good place.
Michael O'Neill, though, is doing a good job there, isn't he?
Yeah, he is doing a good job there. Yeah.
But yeah, I'd give him another chance. Or how about the Barnsley manager?
Valerie and Ishmael.
Yeah.
That'd be a decent shout. I think he's done really well.
Or Slavia Lamushi.
Not after what he did to Forest.
He did a great job at Forest in his first
Mind
year.
you, Forrest is a bit of a poison chalice, isn't it?
Yeah, but Chris Hughton was a great appointment.
Wow.
You know what you're getting with him. don't you?
I would have given Lamushi a bit more time.
Yeah, but they were just going under with Lamushi. I don't know about him.
What happened to Here's a question for you, and we're going off topic a bit. But what happened to Michael Laudrup after he left Swansea? I always wondered.
He went to, was it the Saudi Pro League or Qatar, somewhere like that? 'Cause
Where is he now?
He took a couple of the Swansea players he had with him. Hang on, I'm going to look. Michael Laudrup, obviously, was it Michael Laudrup that played for Chelsea? Or was it Brian Laudrup that played for Chelsea?
He'd be a good fit for Bournemouth. Michael Laudrup.
Don't know how to fucking spell it. There you go. Michael Laudrup. That's an interesting one. Do you remember when we played that game? Guessing careers.
Yeah.
Michael Laudrup's got a very interesting career. So he's been out of work since 2018 when he left Al Rayyan.
Who?
I think they're Qatari sports club.
And where did he go after Swansea then?
He went to Lehiwa.
Right.
He went
So
to
he's
where?
out of work. I can't believe he's out of work. What a great manager.
Yeah, he did alright there, didn't he? Do you want to? Should we very quickly play the careers game for Michael Laudrup?
Oh yeah, okay.
Right. Okay. So we've got a 17-year career.
17. Wow.
Yeah.
Playing or managing or both?
Playing.
He's a Frenchman, isn't he?
Already incorrect, which definitely means I know he's going to win this round.
I just thought that sounded a very French name, Michael Laudrup.
Name me a club for Michael Laudrup.
Played for?
In fact, we'll let Will go first. Michael Laudrup played for who, Will?
Oh, I have a feeling he did play for a club in England. I'm going to go Leicester.
No, you get three guesses and you're out. Go on, two more.
Okay. One of the old clubs, I reckon. Sheffield Wednesday.
No.
Okay.
Play in England. Never played in England.
Oh, he's never played in England. Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, don't give him that.
Is he Dutch?
No.
Oh.
Danish.
Okay. Did he play for Ajax anyway? Even if
Yes,
he
he
wasn't
did, yeah.
Dutch?
There's one.
Oh, right, okay.
Barcelona.
Yeah, that's one.
Bayern Munich?
No, Will's out. Sam, can you give me any more?
Inter Milan.
No, one more guess. Close though.
No. I've got two more guesses because I got my first one right.
Ah, two more guesses. You were very close with your last one.
AC Milan.
No, one more.
Juventus.
Yeah, that's one. Go on.
Ah!
Well done, Sam.
Go on.
PSG.
You're out.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
PSG.
No.
Oh, you idiot. Well,
No.
I'm out.
It was KB, which I don't know where that is. Brøndby, Lazio, Juventus, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Vissel Kobe, and
I wouldn't have got Real Madrid. He went from Barcelona to Real Madrid.
No.
Wow, brave guy.
Quite impressive that.
Like Sol Campbell going from Arsenal to Tottenham.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, well.
Right, shall we carry on?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Just to tell you, the the brother that played for both, for basically everything that you said was. So Will said Bayern Munich. Brian Laudrup played for Bayern Munich. Sam, you said Milan. Brian Laudrup played there. Will, you were mentioning clubs in England. Brian Laudrup played for Chelsea. He also played for Rangers. Rangers legend Brian Laudrup. So there you go. I love doing those. Onto
Right,
the
carry
where
on.
we were way off track, weren't we? Anyway?
Yes, sorry.
We were way off track, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I know what we're up to. Newcastle and Palace. I thought. I don't know. I have got a soft spot for Palace. I really have, and I don't know why.
It's because of Wilfred Zaha.
No, but every story I've heard about him signifies that he's a bit of a dick. But I do like that he stayed at Palace. Will always says, "Oh, but he's probably stuck there." It's Wilfred Zaha. He could go wherever he wanted, really.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think, Sam.
I think if he could go, he would go.
However, I think that ship has actually sailed now. I think it's come to the point where I don't think a big club will come through now.
Nah, I say this every summer, but I do think he'll leave this summer.
Yeah, we've been saying that for the past 3 summers.
But he's having a great season.
Yeah, I think he's having one of the better seasons of his career, actually.
Yeah, how many goals has he got this year? 7.
I'm not sure, but I think I feel like he's the most talismanic player.
You could argue, what, for Palace?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
There are some candidates, you could say, the likes of Townsend, because he makes it work on the other wing, and you could say somebody like Gary Cahill, Gaita, Milivojevic.
No, but Zaha's got big on.
Eze at the minute is
No, he's too young to be a talisman.
Did you see his goal?
What, against Newcastle?
No, because he didn't score against them. I'm thinking of the one against Sheffield United.
Yeah, I saw that one, because it was snowing outside.
Good goal. Oh, God, here we are. Sam the weatherman.
It was on a Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, you remember? What did the forecast say, eh?
It said snow from 3 o'clock till 7.
Oh, jeez.
But I was very disappointed because it snowed from 3 o'clock till 6:30.
What? So you're very disappointed because it lasted half an hour? You know, it cut short half an hour earlier than you expected.
Yeah.
Good for Gary Cahill to get a goal though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's rare when he scores,
I do like it. That was the 50th goal of his career.
One of the truest goal scoring centre backs there has been in the modern era. Just a shame they've kind of dried up for him since he left Chelsea.
Well, he doesn't score often, does he, Cahill?
He used to get 5 or 6 a season, which for a centre back is ridiculous.
Oh.
Do you know Will was a footballer?
Yeah. Like him, like Chelsea back in the day, in the sort of early 10s, had a great goal scoring side because you had Ivanovic who'd get 5 or 6 a season, and then Cahill and Terry and Louise who'd all get 5 or 6 a season.
Oh, right.
Sort of made up for Torres being so shit.
Gosh, yeah.
Have you
And also, there was a suggestion. Who was the manager? There was a suggestion at one point that when they had injuries up front, that put Gary Cahill up front.
That I bet that was quite embarrassing for Torres, wasn't it?
No, because
Well,
he was
he is
injured.
to be fair, he's a very, very good finisher, I think. Okay.
Why didn't it work out for him at Chelsea, I wonder?
I think that Sarri disrespected him a little bit, but then I also think he wanted sort of a, more modern fullback. And Gary Cahill likes.
Sarri never played
No.
with Torres.
He's on about Torres.
Now he's going on Torres. Why didn't it work out for Torres?
Because he had that illness.
Because if you pay 50 million for a striker, you expect for them to hit more than 25 goals more regularly than just one season, and that season he played 62 games, something like that. So 25 goals in 62 games.
When did he score? Did he score 25 goals in a season for Chelsea?
Yeah, I think it might have been 24 or 23, but the one where they won the Europa League and they were in like the Club World Cup and all that.
I didn't know that. But he did have an illness, to be fair to him.
Oh, did he? Was he ill, was he?
Hang on, don't come in, Mum. Right.
I do remember him playing for Liverpool and Chelsea. But I wasn't such a big football fan then.
He was lethal for Liverpool.
Yeah, he was one of their really big players, wasn't he, Torres?
Atletico as well, he was fantastic. I don't know whether you saw, but he's the manager of Atletico's youth team now.
Is he, Torres?
Yeah.
Well, he spent 2 quite lengthy stints, didn't he, at Atletico? It was always home for him, I think, wasn't it?
He got announced, and people were taking the mick out of him because he's gone he's proper beefed up now.
Yeah.
He looks like the Incredible Hulk.
Last night, and everybody knows on air now.
I saw a really funny story just to go on about Hulk. Remember the Brazilian player Hulk, the winger to play for Porto?
The Brazilian player, what's his name?
His name was Hulk. Played for Porto, went to Zenit, got stuck in the back half of China. Now he's back in Brazil.
What's his name? Sorry.
His name is Hulk.
No, I don't think so.
Anyway, there's a story about him. He was married to this woman. And
Amanda Torres?
No, Hulk.
Hulk.
He was married to this
Oh, I've heard of him, yeah.
Yeah, oh, now you've heard of him, right.
Brazilian fella.
Yeah, that's
I wouldn't know his face, but I've heard of him.
You would. He looks dead. He's got quite a distinct look. Anyway,
Played for Zenit recently.
that's the one. Anyway, so he was married to this woman for something like, I don't know, a couple of years. Anyway, split up with her, started dating a 19-year-old niece, and now she's pregnant.
Oh dear.
There you go.
Wait, say that again.
So Hulk was married to this woman for a couple of years. Now he's split up with her and started going out with a 19-year-old niece, and she's pregnant.
With that girl's 19-year-old niece.
So it's something like Hulk's children that he had with the original woman will be cousins to his newest child, or something like that. However it was. That's a mad story.
I've gone off him.
You go off people faster than me.
Actually, no, he doesn't. You go off people without even knowing anything about them.
No, it's just a bit weird.
No, it is weird, isn't it? It's really weird. It's proper strange. Like, seriously strange.
I can't say I'm green with envy.
I don't know, it's quite good looking.
It's not easy being green.
Hulk, green with envy.
Not quite
and
not quite the standard of somebody we know, Sam, but she's still quite good looking.
oh, fine. Let's carry on.
Anyway, where were we up to? I don't even know. Oh, we were going on about Gary Cahill. I think Will doesn't understand how good of a player Gary Cahill actually is, and I said that he's one of the greatest English centre backs in the modern era.
Not one of the greatest.
I'm talking over the last decade. I'd say so. Him and Terry.
Yeah, not far off, I suppose. Ferdinand.
Who else did you put there?
Ferdinand, Ledley King.
Ledley King over the last decade only played one season.
Do you know that Ledley King, Thierry Henry said Ledley King was the one player he didn't like playing against?
Ledley King was phenomenal. I think it's a proper shame what happened to him.
And he's on Mourinho's coaching staff now at
Do you
Tottenham.
know who Ledley King is, Will?
Yes, because he's on Mourinho's coaching staff. I don't remember him as a player, but
He scored. I don't know whether it's. I don't think it is still the fastest Premier League goal, but a couple of years ago he had the record for the fastest Premier League goal in like 9 seconds against Brighton or something like that.
I think.
Not Brighton.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, Thierry Henry said he was the best defender he ever played against.
well, to get that from Thierry Henry is quite
It's
something.
just a shame his career was blighted by injury.
Because he had such bad knees. I've heard the story of like never ever trained, but he just played. But Didier Drogba used to be like that.
It's true that sometimes he wouldn't train for weeks and then he'd play and be absolutely brilliant.
That's bizarre, that is.
There are a lot of the big players do it.
Not all of them, but some of them. Yeah.
I bet the manager was not very happy with him at times. Whoever his boss was.
No, he was because he didn't not train because he didn't want to. He trained because he didn't train because of his knees.
Oh right. Fair enough.
But Harry Redknapp loved him. Harry Redknapp said he was an absolute brilliant professional. Just a shame that yeah. Anyway,
that was a good Spurs team. Redknapp's Spurs.
The one with about 2010 with Bale, Van der Vaart, Modric, Asu Akoto, who's one of my favourite players.
Modric is a fantastic player.
Only problem with
Who?
that team was
Modric.
The only problem with that team was they had Gomez in goal. Obviously, he got a lot better once he joined Watford, but he was awful for Spurs.
Yeah, true, but that team should have been better than it was. It was a bit flaky. And
They had a 40-year-old Brad Fiedel as number 1 for 2 seasons.
Yeah, they should have done better.
I think that's more of a sign of how good Brad Fiedel actually was.
That team with Lennon as well at the time, that team could have won the league.
Oh, God, who was the other bloke on the other wing? Lennon and Bale. But that's not what I'm thinking of. Oh, they had Walker at right back and
Babiachenko.
Asu Akoto or Norton at left back, didn't they?
No, Norton wasn't there at that time.
No, he was, but he was just a young lad because he bought.
No, he wasn't. Norton was at Swansea.
They bought Walker and Norton at the same time from Sheffield, and Norton left in 2014.
No, Norton was at Swansea.
No.
Oh, he is now. Yeah, no,
He
sorry.
is now.
Sorry. Yeah, you are right. You are right.
I know.
But you could argue that Spurs side could have won the league in that few years. It was good enough, like the players. but never quite happened. Anyway, we've digressed.
We can't help it. We actually can't.
So
Ben Sue.
Newcastle still seem to be the same problems for them, doesn't it?
Yeah. I thought he would have gone at least 2 weeks ago. Now I'm surprised he's still there.
Steve Bruce.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, if they can't pick up more results, I think he will be gone. I think because you have to deliver results, you do.
But then I think that he also did really well to get the win against Everton, so I do think that did buy him quite a bit of time. Not loads, don't get me wrong, but still quite a bit.
It's one result. You know.
Everton are a funny team, aren't they? A bit
But
at the moment.
That's what Newcastle have done, haven't they? They've just pulled out that one good result.
Right at the death.
But I think most of that's down to the goalie, Carl Darlow.
The darling of
Dubravka's
Newcastle.
back now, isn't he? But Darlow's still keeping his place.
Dubravka's a fantastic keeper, but Darlow deserves to still be there. He's taking his chance.
Because he has been phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
We'll move on to Wednesday's games because I think it's really important. We already all.
Oh yeah, we need to try speed it up, don't we?
Have we got any messages, Will?
Last time I checked, no, we haven't.
This show's going well, isn't it? Anyway, true.
Doesn't it always, eh? So yeah, 2-0 Man City against Burnley. 2 goals, one obviously because it's 2-0. What a dickhead. One from Gabriel Jesus and one from Raheem Sterling to make it 2-0.
Raheem Sterling.
Raheem. No one says Raheem Sterling.
I think you'll find his name's Raheem.
Yeah, it is Raheem.
Unless Jordan's turning posh after watching The Crown or something.
You said Raheem.
No, I know. I know it's because I was trying to do something, but nobody was listening.
I know it annoys me.
Raheem Sterling scoring again and Gabriel Jesus scoring again, which is good because I really like him.
I like Jesus, yeah.
Good, but not world class.
His 75th goal for City. I think he's only not world class because he's been behind Aguero, but then again...
No.
Those are impossible big shoes to fill, though, aren't they?
But he's nowhere near Danny Ings' level, for instance.
No, but Danny Ings is a phenomenal player that does not deserve to be where he is. No disrespect to Southampton, because I don't want them to lose him, but I think he deserves to be with the Champions League club.
There's talk of him potentially going to Spurs. Could you see Danny Ings going to Tottenham?
No, there'd be no point. You never get past Harry Kane.
He's not going to play behind Kane.
There would literally be no point. But I don't know how many of the goals you guys have seen, but I thought it was really poor goalkeeping from Nick Pope for City's first goal.
Unlike him, he's a much better.
Yeah, there have been a couple of games.
He's much better than that Pope.
Yeah, to me, he should still be. Well, I wouldn't even know who to start at the Euros. I would still say Pope, but I don't know. I still think it's going to be Pickford, but my choice would be Pope.
I'm not sure his passing ability from the back's good enough.
Yeah. Whereas that is where Pickford does really well.
In the style that England play, personally. I'm just trying to think who else you could have in there.
Alex McCarthy, but then again, he's just conceded 9 goals.
Yeah, I did think of McCarthy.
I think he's got to be on the plane anyway, because I think he's had a really good season.
We're a bit short for keepers, aren't we? Who else have we got?
Which is mad, because if we'd have had this exact same conversation a year ago, you'd have said Butland, you'd have said Henderson, you'd have said Ramsdale.
It's amazing how much can change in a few months
Even if they're
in football.
angry.
Ramsdale makes me think of Wensleydale. Every
I
time
like
somebody's
Ramsdale, but I don't think he is.
he's not commanding enough.
He's not a strong enough goal. I think he's strong enough to play in the Premier League, but not strong enough to play 40 games in a season.
He's not commanding enough.
Yeah.
He needs to be commanding.
So City obviously have really taken control of the Premier League recently. It's still in my mind.
Threatening to get away.
Yeah, I think the minute that, obviously if they win the game in hand as well, they'll be 6 points clear. But I think the minute that United below them slip up or Leicester slip up, they are really, really going to take control.
I agree. But it's been a weird season. So
Yes, I wouldn't like to predict it.
Obviously, they've got Liverpool, aren't they, next game, isn't it?
Gosh, yeah, that'll be a massive game for them.
Yeah, we say
For
that.
once, I hope Liverpool beat them for the league.
I think it would make things very interesting if Liverpool pulled a result off there.
And
Especially
they're
because-
capable. They're
Especially
capable.
because they literally did nothing against Brighton.
They are capable of winning the game.
I agree
Liverpool.
they're capable, but I really don't see it. One of the revelations for City, obviously, has been Ilkay Gundogan
And John Stones.
and John Stones, which I'm so glad about because we called
Did
it.
he play the other day? Or was he playing Liverpool?
Yes, he
He
did.
kept something like 13 clean sheets with.
Is
partnership
he
of
still
Diaz and
playing?
Stones.
Is he still playing Diaz and Stones, or has he put Laporte in now?
No, it's still Diaz and Stones, I'm sure.
See, Laporte's arguably the best defender in the club, but it's about partnerships.
Yeah.
When you're a central parent.
I thought Laporte and Stones... Oh, hang on. Laporte played at left back, I think, or right back.
I think Cancelo played in midfield, didn't he?
Yes.
He's a good player. I'm starting to want to.
Yeah,
himself.
really impressed with him this season. Really impressed.
I wasn't sure about him at first, but I'm really starting to like him.
And his goal the other day was a screamer.
Yeah, blue shite.
Hey, come on.
I'm a Man United fan.
Don't care what you are. You don't talk like that.
It's good football, but yeah, they're just a fly on our shoulder. Fly on our shoulder.
Clearly not.
Yeah, they are. So they've won 20 titles and 3.
Manchester's blue, mate. Not been red for the best part of
No.
the decade.
No, it's until they've won 20 titles and won more than three Champions Leagues, then they can talk. I think you'll find that they've won four Premier Leagues.
No, listening, Manchester's blue. Get over it.
4 Premier Leagues and no Champions League. Speaks for it.
Well, at this current moment in time,
I didn't say at this bloody current moment in time. I said
Yeah,
to the
I'd
over
say over the past 10 years, right?
I'm not saying over the past 10 years, City have
Hang on, hang
better
on.
of it.
I want to hear what JLIWheels wanted to say to me.
Over the past 10 years, I think that Manchester has been and is blue.
Yes, I agree.
I would still say, if you're thinking about it right now, even on the basis of judgment of whatever's gone on in the past, I would still say if you look at it right now, for the most part, Manchester is blue and not red.
I agree. I didn't agree. I said, they're just a fly on our shoulder until they've won 20 league titles.
You can't really say that when they're the dominant force.
Yeah, you can, because they'll look back in history and go, City won however many, and if they've not won as many as United, then the smaller clubs, so they better get used to it.
When Messi comes in the summer, will you be shitting yourself?
No, getting an old age pension.
Not being funny, but he's still as good as he was. Obviously, didn't start off very well, but he's more than made up for it now, hasn't he?
I don't care, I don't watch Barcelona much.
Oh, did I touch your nerve, did I? Oh, didn't. What a shame.
You might come to United yet, Z said.
I don't think so.
Not if we win the league, mate.
You know, I wouldn't like to predict it. It's such a weird season. I just wouldn't like to say.
We can't win the league, by the way, but carry on. Next game before I fall asleep.
Yeah, Leicester versus Fulham.
A good win for Leicester. I like JJ. JJ is really growing.
Oh, James Justin, yeah.
He's very good, isn't he?
Yeah,
Could be an outside shout for England, I think.
yes.
In the Euros.
And he can play on both flanks, so he won't get in at right back, but it's certainly a chance of getting in at left back.
Yes, that'd be very interesting.
Because
actually.
Why not?
him and Castagna can play on both flanks, and we're a bit short of left backs. I'd take Chilwell, obviously. I'm not saying he'd start, but you'd take him. Shaw and James.
And Saka.
And Justin. Yeah, James Justin. No, yeah, and Saka. But the good thing is that you could play James Justin or Saka really on the left or the right, so we'd have options.
If you took Luke Shaw, you could also play him at centre back.
Exactly.
You could, yeah, in a back three.
And he could always, and then if you've got injuries in midfield, he could always put Eric Dyer in there. So there you go. It's all about versatility, and but it definitely won't get in at right back, JJ, because he's because we've got some great right backs: Trippier, Arnold, Lamptey, Wan-Bissaka.
Been a naughty boy though, Annie Kieran Trippier.
Oh, well, yeah.
It come out. I saw a thing the other day where it come out that Man United turned their nose up at a deal. They were offered Trippier and they said no.
Why?
Don't know. Well, Wan-Bissaka's decent, isn't he?
Yeah, Kieran's
But then I
class.
think if you buy Trippier, he's got to play.
Of course he has. Wamba's going to be a good player. This Euros will come too early for him. Put him in the under-21 squad.
Wan-Bissaka.
But, yeah, Wamba.
No,
Or maybe even Lamptey in the future.
I think it'll be.
See, I'd take Lamptey. Well, that's just the
Trent,
person.
James and Wan-Bissaka at right back. That's who they'll take.
Yeah, but couldn't you put... No, you can't. Don't take James. He's terrible.
Shut up!
No, I don't like him.
I
think he's
don't
overrated.
think he's that great, actually, Reece James. I have to agree.
I think he's overrated. He's got potential.
Oh, whatever.
He's got potential, but it's all hype and no end product, really. Every now and again. No, I'm not saying he's not good enough. I'm saying he's got a lot to learn, and he's by far not.
Mind you, I guess that's why you said don't take Wan-Bissaka, stick him in the under-21s, because so is Wan-Bissaka.
Well, I just said put them both in the under-21.
What?
And then right back, no, don't take Calma. Right back, I'd take Trent. How many right backs do we normally take? 3.
Three.
Trent, Lamptey and play James or someone like that, or maybe Saka.
I think Lamptey. I would take him. I think he is still a risky move.
So life's about
Still,
taking
he's
risks.
still raw, isn't he?
So life's about taking risks. And you know, if and then it's a shame, Alex, that Wobie's not English. I'm joking.
What's up with you?
That
Are
was-
you going to the Jordan Earlham School of how to be deep and meaningful, or what?
I'm just no. I
With all
was
your life
joking about
coaches.
Alex.
Hey, boys.
Yes, Boris.
I'm just looking here, and the interviewer asked Mourinho why Bale didn't play tonight, and he said, "Good question, but you don't deserve an answer."
Oh. He is a bit of a dick, isn't he? But I think that's why people like him.
Oh yeah, that's
Right. Where were we up to? 'Cause I'm
sorry,
lost.
apologies, but I just wanted to tell you that.
And I'm about to become a corpse. So.
How's it gone today, Sam? Just quickly.
Okay,
I'm
right.
tired.
So where are we up to? So
Hard times or half time?
it's
Yeah.
full time.
No, what did Will just say? What did Sam just say? I said, how's it gone today? And you said something, and I don't know what you said.
I just said, oh, it's tiring.
Done though, or not?
Good though.
No,
not
done.
No,
Oh,
no,
no.
Doug knows not coming.
No, I'm done, no.
Done with what?
With what you were doing. I thought you were getting it done today.
What? Some more
We'll have
interviews?
we'll have a chat after this.
No, I haven't got the energy. Some of the
Yeah.
some of the
Yeah, we'll have 5 minutes after this anyway.
No, we're not. So you mean some of the monologue?
Yes.
No, that's coming up.
We're still live on air, boys.
Right.
Yes. Shut
Right.
up, Boris.
Next game, we're just going to ignore Boris. Next game, Everton 2, Leeds 1.
I watched that, and it was
goal.
end to end for a while.
Yeah, but that's what you'd expect, I think.
Yeah, but Everton stood up to it really well. I didn't see the Leeds goal, but Ben Goffrey was absolute a beast. He's an outsider for England.
Yeah, because he can play left back, right back, or centre back, can't he?
Yeah.
And he
Well,
started his career in midfield at York, so he could play in midfield as well, really.
Really starting to play well, he is.
Somebody
went
like
on
that.
a- He went on a marauding run and beat 5 players. From his own box to the edge of Leeds' box.
A proper utility man like that is what England need. Obviously, they've already got one in Eric Dyer because he can play.
You can
right
never
back.
have enough. That's why James Milner will get a shout if we had a few injuries. You know.
I agree. I was going to say it's a shame he's retired.
Yes, he's
No,
retired.
I'm not saying he should get in, but I'd bring him up if we had a few issues.
However, he did actually say that he'd come back if they were struggling with injuries.
Exactly, there we go. As Jamie Vardy said. And Gary Cahill.
No, I love Gary Cahill.
Right, are we ready to move on, boys?
Yeah.
What
I'm
game
looking
was...
forward to this one.
Oh, hang on, how about Leeds? We've not spoken about that game much.
Oh, sorry.
Go on then, Sam. You watched it.
I thought that Leeds played... it was very end-to-end. Everton stood up really well and defended well, but also attacked with purpose. It was like basketball at times. Nice to see Everton not just sit back and let Leeds fizzle out, took the game to them. And Leeds obviously pulled the goal back. And the goals were nice. Were, good finishes. Calvert-Lewin back on the goal-scoring trail. Awobi actually played very well, enhancing his already glowing reputation. And and Everton
Good
played.
season Awobi, hasn't he? Sorry.
Thank you. Yes, I can pick a player when I see him. And as for Leeds, that they'll be fine, but lower mid-table, but a joy to watch.
Yep.
For sure.
Everton pushing for Europe.
Yeah.
They're a bit of a funny team at the moment, aren't they, Everton?
Still got 2 games in hand as well.
Yeah, they have been in a bit of a sticky situation, the Toffees, haven't they?
Oh my god. Why do I do this show? Why do I do this show?
I like that. That's good. That's good, Sam. That's good. I like that. Yeah.
Oh my god, put my head in an oven.
I love toffee as well.
Yeah, it is good, isn't it? Proper good homemade toffee.
So Leeds will be fine, and Everton pushing.
Right, let's move on to Aston Villa v West Ham then.
No,
I'll watch this.
I'm gonna let you take this one, Will. I want you to give us your
Okay.
opinion.
Well,
Did you watch it?
Hang on. I want you to give us your opinion on the new Messiah, Jesse Lingard.
it's just one game, boys. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
But he's not played for 15 months, and he played.
It's one game. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Right. Okay. But what did you think?
Well, it still doesn't change. Just one game. We'll have to see what he does.
We're asking about this performance, Boris. Forget what's gone before or what might come afterwards, and focus on the here and now.
Okay. Well, I'm not seeing the match, but the result actually did shock me, actually, because I thought Villa was going to win, in our predictions. Yeah, I was surprised. Even though West Ham
I
were
was
good
meant
form.
to check our predictions, wasn't it? Sorry, I've still got.
Oh, yeah, could you...
So go on, Will. Tell us about your excellent Jesse Lingard.
Yeah,
Well, we'll have to wait and see. It's only one game.
Right, but he played very well. I watched the game.
To be fair to him, he did play phenomenal.
Have you seen the highlights, George?
Yeah, he played brilliant. Took his goals really well.
Souček, what a player he was. Defending on in his own box, and then coming up and scoring the goal.
Yeah, we were talking about this last night, weren't we?
He's a great player, Souček.
He's been as influential. If you take away penalties, he scored the most midfield goals in the last year. Because he doesn't take penalties, and Bruno Fernandes has scored 20 goals in the league in Man United.
Yeah, I think about half of them have been penalties, I think.
10 of them have been penalties.
Overrated.
And Souček has scored goals, but all those 10 have been no penalties and no free kick. All right, Boris.
Massive.
Sorry.
We're on the AL. Lock down that bad, buddy.
And I think you look at West Ham with Antonio and Benrahma, and they're really good.
Yeah, agreed.
And David Moyes,
and they've got a good balance. I'll tell you what, I don't know if you saw it, but considering Lingard's not been there very long at all, his link-up play was amazing.
Yeah.
It was like telepathic.
Yeah, he was brilliant. He really was.
And you look at the players they left on the bench. Bowen, good player.
Although I don't think he's done enough for me actually at West Ham, Bowen.
Bowen,
I'm sorry.
Bowen,
Oh my god.
what did you just say? He's the most hard-working player in that side.
Can't you tell it's time to go to bed, eh?
Or were you just looking at your cap for that one? I don't know.
No, that was only
I
one
get that
game.
you
It's
could
very
say
rare.
it
Oh, I'm
was.
never going to be able
I
to
get
get
that
away
you
from
could
that.
say he's not. I get that he's not scored enough goals, but his hard work. He's been the most, arguably West Ham's most important player this season, along with Rice.
I don't think I think compared to a couple of seasons ago, I don't think Rice has been
Oh,
that
God.
impressive.
Rice has improved a lot based on last season because he was shocking. So I like Rice. And I also like Declan Rice too.
Right. Okay, we ready to move on?
No, West Ham.
Sorry.
Excellent. Could be a surprise package and push for Europe because they've got a good.
Well, they're in
And
fifth,
they've
aren't they?
suddenly got strength in areas. I tell you, it was my man of the match last night. And Lingard did play well. He was a close second for me. But from a defensive point of view, because I'm a hard tackler. Sufal
Oh, you like
was
him, don't you?
what a brilliant. No, he was up against Jack Grealish, and it's the only time this season that I've seen Jack Grealish change wings because swap wings. Because Sufal was all over him, kicking lumps out of him, putting tackles in, and following him everywhere, and he ended up changing side. But they did a really interesting thing, West Ham, down their right side, Villa's left. They put Sufal there and played Fredericks in front of Sufal to give him extra cover.
Yeah, they have got a lot of strength in depth now. I also really like.
No,
the
but it
young
was really good. They kept Grealish quiet. Alright, he set up one goal, but throughout the whole game, kept
I
him
also
quiet.
really like the young lad that they've got. What's
Ben
his name?
Johnson.
Ben Johnson. That's it.
He's a bit old now, isn't he, Glenn Johnson?
No, Ben
Ben-
Johnson, you buffoon.
No, I know.
All
I
right.
know. I know, Boris. I was
Hell,
joking.
Boris, that was a bit
It was
full on, wasn't
joke. I'll be kicking you out of the House of Commons.
Do you want to apologise, Boris?
Oh da, oh da.
That was
That's
back
gone
out of
bad.
order.
It was a joke anyway. I'm a fan. No.
Right, and obviously the biggest shock of the weekend for me, Liverpool versus Brighton. Brighton winning 1-0 thanks to a goal. Only his
But
second
at
ever goal
Leeds,
for Brighton.
sorry,
Young
Sorry,
Steven
just-
Alcarte.
just to go back.
Go on.
Villa will be fine. Two good teams.
Oh yeah, there's no.
Oh yeah,
denying
yeah.
that.
Villa will definitely be fine. They won't need to worry about relegation.
Yeah, but yeah, no. Liverpool versus Brighton. Brighton winning 1-0 thanks to a goal from Steven Alzate. Really, really surprised by this one. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, Stephen was out.
I couldn't see that result coming, I have to be honest, even though Brighton were on good form. I thought, no, Liverpool will surely win this, but no.
It was a very bright performance.
Another clean sheet for the new goalkeeper that's just come out of nowhere, Mr. Robert Sanchez.
I wasn't impressed with him the other week, but he seems to have settled down.
Yeah, but the only thing I know about him, literally, is he was on loan at Rochdale last season.
Matt Ryan, because Matt Ryan's gone to Arsenal, so.
Yeah, but I think him and Graham Potter must have had some issues or something.
What, Matt Ryan's gone to Arsenal?
Yes.
What, on loan?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And there you go. That's what happens when football news comes out live on air.
So
See what I did
who's Brighton's second choice goalie now then?
Probably Luke Steele in it.
Jason
Should be
Steele.
playing for
Jason Steele.
should be playing for Sheffield. Give the Blades a bit of steel in the Steel Sea.
Oh, you're disgusting.
I like that. I like that. That's good. That's good.
No, I'm just amazing. Brighton though, Brighton are starting to take the chances and defend
Yeah.
well.
They've probably started to save themselves a little bit. But they've also...
I don't know about save themselves. I mean,
Yeah,
pull
but
away from
I think they've also definitely doomed at least 2 of the bottom 3
Yeah.
by winning
Yeah,
those
me,
2 games.
me and Will were having this chat in the Sheffield United game. Poor Sheffield United start to pick up results, and yet the teams above them start to win, which pulls
Yeah.
the bottom 3 closer, because Sheffield United are winning, but it means that the teams outside the bottom 3 are getting no closer, which is a problem.
But football and life sometimes are not fair.
I've known that since you put us into lockdown.
And then that since you said, let's do a football show together. Oh, dear me.
Right, are we ready to move on to predictions, boys?
I'm bad. What are we predicting? There's no point doing predictions if there's still games in midweek.
No,
Yeah,
we've covered them all now.
No, I mean, doesn't matter.
Let me look. No, we've covered all the games Saturday, so
Yeah. Okay. Right. That's fine then.
Hang on,
So,
let me. Oh, should I check the scores we had last week?
oh yes, okay.
I'm not writing them this week. Somebody else can do it. Took me forever.
I'll do it.
Yeah, because it's no good me writing them.
Yeah, because you overcomplicate it for no reason.
That is true.
Wait a minute. No, I'm going. So
Technically, it doesn't matter what our predictions were.
no, but it's nice to look in it. Right, here we are.
I know, but we've been in here for everything.
You haven't. You were asleep.
Yeah, and I want to go back to sleep. We've got to get up in 5 hours and 41 minutes.
Diddums. So, why can't I find it? Fine. Ah, here we are. Here we are. I've got it. There we are. Right, are we ready, boys?
Okay.
When you are.
We said, well, because Jordan wasn't here again. We said,
Sorry, I've got a full-time job with commitments.
we said, Everton v Newcastle. We said 3-0 Everton, both of us.
Everton v Newcastle. Hang on a minute. The one that we just talked about was Everton v Leeds.
Yeah, but we did them for the weekend last week because the football show was last Thursday. Right, so gonna carry on now. Everton v Newcastle, we had 3-0 times 2. Crystal Palace v Wolves. You said 2-1 to Wolves, and I said 0-2 to Wolves. Manchester City v Sheffield United. You said 4-0 Will, and I said 2-0 to City. Fulham v West Brom. I said you said 2-1 to Sheffield United, and I said
Why did you say that, Will?
to Fulham. 2-1 to Fulham, you said, and I said 0-0. Arsenal v Man United. Will said 1-2 to Man United, and I said 2-1 Arsenal. Southampton v Villa. Will said 2-1 Southampton. I said 2-1 Villa. Chelsea v Burnley. Will said 1-0 Chelsea. I said 2-0 Chelsea. Leicester City v Leeds. Will said 2-2. I said 2-2. West Ham v Liverpool. Will said 3-1 Liverpool away win. You got that right, Will. Well done. And I said 1-0. And I said 1-0 West Ham.
Get in.
Brighton v Spurs. I said, sorry, you said 1-1 Will, so it was a good effort. And I said 2-0 to Spurs. So we didn't do very well. Right. That was, in case you were confused, last Thursday's prediction for the weekend's games. And as Mr. Smarty Pants rightly said, there was another round of fixtures.
Finally, a nickname that highlights my superior intellect.
Great. Good for you.
Good, yeah.
Right, okay, are you ready?
Yep.
Aston Villa versus Arsenal, 12:30 on Saturday, the 6th of February.
I'm
3-0 Arsenal.
Will?
I'm gonna go 2-0 Arsenal, I think, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say...
Can you write these down?
I am, yeah. I'm gonna say 2-1 to Arsenal.
Okay.
Burnley versus Brighton.
1-0 Burnley.
I'm gonna go 1-0 Brighton, I think. I think it'll be a tight game, but yeah, I think Brighton, they've got some confidence, so yeah, 1-0 Brighton.
I'm gonna, for the first time in my life, I'm gonna agree with Will. And I'm gonna say 1-0 Brighton. Newcastle Southampton.
Who's going first?
0-0.
So you say 0-0, Will?
2-1 Southampton.
I'm gonna say 2-1 either way. I'm not gonna, because I think it could go either way.
Okay, fair enough.
No, you've got to make a prediction.
Oh fuck me! All right, I'll go 2-1 Newcastle.
You don't have chickens on this show.
Are you here then?
You've been on.
Fulham versus West Ham at 5:30.
1-0 Fulham.
1-0 West Ham.
I'm gonna say 3-1 West Ham. And Man United Everton at 8:00 on Saturday.
What channel's that on? I don't know.
Probably be on Sky, wouldn't it?
Sky or BT. One of the two.
3-2 United.
I'm going to go 2-1 United.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go 1-1.
Okay.
Sunday, 12 o'clock, Tottenham West Brom.
1-0. 1-0.
Yeah, I think I'll go with that.
3-0 Tottenham.
Okay. At 2 o'clock, Wolves versus Leicester.
Ooh, interesting game.
3-1 Wolves.
I'm going to go with 1-1, I think.
I'm gonna say 2-2. Personally. 4:30, the big one, Liverpool versus Man City.
2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool, yeah.
I'm gonna go 1-0 City.
Okay.
At 7:15, Sheffield United versus Chelsea.
1-0 Sheffield United.
2-0 Chelsea.
I'm gonna go. Don't know. We seem quite defensive against under Tuchel, so I'm gonna go 2-1 to Chelsea. And finally, Leeds versus Palace at 8 o'clock on the Monday.
Sorry.
No, go on, you first.
2-1 Palace, I think.
Yeah, Sam.
0-0.
I'm gonna go for a 2-1 win for Crystal Palace.
Okay. Do you want to take us home then, JLIWheels?
Yeah, so that's the end of the video. If you have enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to the TubeMix.
Or talk about whatever we if you want to chat about other stuff next time, then please leave it.
Ask us questions about our personal lives. They might make Will uncomfortable. But
No.
Also, I'm taking marriage proposal.
That desperate, eh?
Not of that either.
You just gotta hang in there. Wait for the right opportunity. You've knocked me off my game now. Yeah, don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to the TubeMix YouTube channel. Don't have to talk about the football. Ask us anything. If Will doesn't answer it, we will. And we'll be back. Well, considering that United are playing at 8 o'clock, or 7:30 on the Tuesday, we might be back for that, depending on who's available.
It's
Saturday.
Yeah.
You said Tuesday.
Oh, yes. No, yeah, but obviously that's on the Saturday and then on the Tuesday. Because the FA Cup's on.
Oh, yes, sorry, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but then you forgot about the Saturday.
Yes, alright. So we'll be back at 7 o'clock on Saturday for build-up from 7 o'clock. I probably can't do pre-match, but I can do post-match if you want.
Okay.
And then on Tuesday...
I can do it.
On Tuesday at 6:30, pre-match build-up.
Oh, I don't think I'll be able to do that one.
Why
I
not?
can't do it.
Well, because I'll probably usually have having my tea by then.
Oh, yeah, okay, right. Okay,
I
so
can't do that.
So,
Post match for
We'll
that
be
one,
back.
but yeah, probably wouldn't be able to do a pre match one for that.
We'll be back then on the Thursday, the 11th of February, for the Roundup show. And who knows, depending on when. We'll be doing a nice little Valentine's Day special, will we? on Sunday, the 14th of February, West Brom versus Manchester United. What are you
My
getting me?
diary's full.
What are you getting me for Valentine's Day, Sam?
My diary's full for that one.
I
Is
won't
it?
send
What, you and
roses.
your left hand are gonna have a bit of fun, are they?
No. I said my diary's full because it's bloody Valentine's Day and then I'll get ribbed.
You don't have a Valentine's Day, me.
Maybe we can be each other's Valentine.
Oh, any day you want, sexy. Any day you want.
Oh, Jesus.
And we are joking here on Football Central.
Yeah. Unless Will turned around and said it was okay, in which case he'd be the first one to get a bit door of it. I'd be the first one knocking on his back doors.
Hmm.
I think it's time to bring it home.
Yeah, on that note, thank you very much for
Good night, safe.
Thank you very much for watching our channel today. This has been Football Central. From everybody here, JLIWheels, TubeMix, and the rest of the team. Me, Sam Taylor.